Hello, collective. Checking in with you and Spirit to get another message about what it is we need to be aware of at this time. Spirit, what does the collective need to know at this time? Central energy, please. Okay, so we got the Ten of Wands in the upright. So this is the burden, the hard work is coming to a completion. Challenge. The Fool reversed. Somebody's holding back. They don't want to make bad choices, or they're behaving recklessly and making bad choices. There's an indecision. They're worried about making a bad choice. like they've just fought this freaking battle. They're weary. They're tired. They're like, man, I am so done. And they're holding back because the new cycle, it's completing, it's completion, but it's like they're so weary, they're like hesitating, and they're very indecisive about moving forward, taking more risks. They're like, man, I'm done taking risks. And in the subconscious, Ace of Pentacles reversed. So they could have made a bad investment and lost an opportunity. Missed their chance. They could have missed their chance. The way this sounds, it sounds like they behaved recklessly, with fearlessly, and they took risks and made bad choices. It doesn't look like they hesitated about it. They made bad choices. They made a bad investment and lost their opportunity. So in the recent past, we've got the World in the reverse. Somebody is not able to, somebody's not able to complete. They were going for completion, but they made bad choices. They made a bad investment, and now they couldn't complete. There was no closure. They failed. Intentions and expectations. So we got the Strength card in the upright. It could be that they thought that they were going to gain strength somehow. In the near future. Got the Devil. So there's a restriction, destructive behavior, materialism, toxicity. The lens they're looking through is a Chariot. So they're looking at departure, movement, forward movement. Oh, there's another card here. A few cards. So we got The Chariot, we got Temperance. So there's a departure, there's movement, there's forward movement. We're going into balance. Queen of Swords is here as well. Hmm. Queen of Swords is cutting out some crap, it looks like, in the environment. We have the Lovers and the Upright. So there is love and harmony and beautiful relationships and partnerships. The Strength of two together. In the Hopes and Fears, we've got the Ace of Wands in the upright, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody wants a new opportunity, or there isn't a potential beginning, and somebody who is living beyond their means in a false sense of success, like sees it, wants it, is getting it. And then we got this Seven of Cups reversed in the outcome. So there is somebody in an illusion. They're confused. And we got the Sun reversed. So there's a depression and a sadness. Arrogance. So somebody's coming at the end of their road. This is the end of their road. So they're not a main male. They're a false person or associated with a false person, and they are going for a courtship, or they're intending on gaining a courtship, or maybe they're in a courtship with a false person. Maybe they wanted to complete this relationship with this false person, or maybe they want to gain it. They behaved recklessly, made some bad choices, took some risks. Not a person of high honor. They lost their opportunity, missed their chance. Lack of planning and foresight. They didn't get the message of concern, or somebody held back a message of concern. They were seeking personal closure and they don't get it. They were seeking personal closure and they don't get it. They don't get the marriage. They were thinking they were going to become strong, that they were going to, but they don't get the unexpected income. So you could be this Queen of Swords, very balanced. And you could also be entering this loving relationship with somebody. And these ones were looking, these false people were looking to come in, get a courtship with you. These people who are not of high honor, they wanted to come in and destroy your marriage. Because they knew that that would bring them strength, but they were not able to get this unexpected income, this wealth, you know, love, happiness. They don't want to be in poverty, or they're trying to avoid being in poverty. So they've got addictions. They're restricted. They're into this destructive behavior. They don't want to be in poverty. They're codependent. They're toxic. There's movement though. There's it looks to me like this Queen of Swords, that could be you, is bringing balance and harmony to a situation. There is integration and departure. Huh. Something about sudden wealth reversed, like I don't know what that means. So there's the Lovers here, the strength of two together in the house. So there's a house. Somebody could be, they could be moving in together. Two partners coming together and uniting, moving in together. Yeah. There's a Ace of Wands. So there's a new project. There's this new opportunity for growth. Yeah. There's this new opportunity for growth, and there's this false person and this person who's not a main male. They're looking at you. They're looking at you, and they're expecting. See, he wants to come in and court you, marry you, and then get rid of you so that he can share your divine inheritance with this false person. That's their plan. They're living beyond their means. They're obsessed with work. The success that they show the world is a false success. They're nothing but thieves. This is how they live. They do people. They work people like this. They don't earn anything. They just steal it. And they lie. They're liars and they're thieves. They'll lie. They come in. They'll violate, sacred sex. They'll attach themselves legally, and then they'll get rid of it because they don't want to be in poverty. So they'll come in, attach to you, take your stuff, and then get rid of you. So, but somebody's under an illusion. They're confused. Whatever they're toiling and laboring away at, it's not working. There's a mature man here. There's a mature man here who is depressed and suffering sadness. He could be arrogant. Like freaking white on rice or stink on shit or whatever, they're just like, they're like, bling, like moths to a freaking flame. So this non-main male And this false person are trying to complete this cycle by gaining a courtship with a divine feminine. Yeah, because they want your gain, they want your wealth, they want to have a good time on your essence, on your divine inheritance. Be very careful with who you're hooking up with. Do a thorough research into their background and their history. You know, give it time, get to know their friends, get to know their habits. Pay attention to the things that they don't say, or the faces they make when they don't think you're looking. Yeah, they're not high honor. They're making bad choices, and they're not going to be able to interrupt your reunion. They can't interrupt your reunion. They're having difficulties. They can't interrupt your reunion. They could have tried to hide a message of concern. Somebody hid a message of concern. They lost their opportunity, missed their chance. There's something about luck here, like maybe you're lucky. You got lucky. Yeah, they tried to hide a message from you. Like maybe they wanted you to be ignorant of the fact that you have a reward. You've been rewarded something. They hid it, the message. They hid the message from you. They kept it. Um, you've received a fortune, and you're not alone. You and your divine partner on this next cycle, you in spirit, most likely have received this fortune, and they know about it, and because it hasn't manifested in the physical yet. So they're here right now, and they want to come in and they want to insert themselves in here because they see this fortune. So in the recent past, though, they were not able to complete this. There was no closure, and they were not able to stop this marriage or interrupt this marriage. Their rituals did not work. So they thought they were going to gain strength and unexpected income out of this, but they're not getting the unexpected income. Maybe they're not getting the unexpected income because you're stronger than they had thought you were. Yeah, you got this eternal love coming. They wanted to steal your eternal love. You're strong. You got this beautiful commitment, this consistent soulmate, eternal loving connection coming in. It's strong. It's strong. And you don't know that you got unexpected income coming in, but they do. They know. They know that you've got this coming in. Oh, this is sweet. Look at that. So they're in their devil energy. They could be doing shady, dark things, in the shadows, very destructive behaviors. They might have addictions. They could be doing sex magic, or maybe they're just addicted to sex. They're very toxic, codependent, and very much into materialism. They don't want to be in poverty. The cycle is closing, and they haven't latched on to a divine contract yet. See, it's their profession. This is what they do. This is their profession. But guess what? They're not going to get the sweetheart contract, the new beginning. They're not going to get it. So I feel you're the Queen of Swords. You're very balanced and moderate, and there is going to be a departure. Could be a departure, like there could be a moving away, like, or an integration. Something of this sudden wealth. You don't know about this sudden wealth. You don't know about it. It's hidden. It's hidden. It's here. These other ones that are coming against you, they know about it. They see it. But it's hidden from you. And yeah, you're not stuck in this daydream about, you're just living life in the moment according to the circumstances and your best, attempt at being clear-minded and balanced and living your purpose, exercising your willpower, making progress, finding your direction. So there is love and harmony and a deep love coming in in this house. You could have recently moved, or perhaps you're going to move in with somebody. You might be stressed out about this. You could be feeling some pressure, having headaches, like maybe you've been messed with for so long, you're just having difficulties moving forward. But we got forward movement here. We got a departure. Maybe these ones are stressed out that you're leaving. That could potentially be what it is. They're in the environment. You got this loving partnership coming and you got this home, this beautiful home. Yeah, they're stressed out. They're stressed out. They were expecting this relationship for themselves with your abundant blessings, with your sudden wealth, because they're hustling, living beyond their means, and all of their success, it's all false. It's the stolen. Um, you're not fighting with them. You're like, I'm moving on. This is my new opportunity. I'm moving on. I'm not going to be in conflict with these ones. Or maybe these ones aren't able to be in conflict with you. Maybe they're not able to bring conflict to you. They're in an illusion. They're confused. They're in a fantasy. They have a lack of purpose. And the work that they've been doing to come against you and to steal your harmonious partnership and beautiful life is not working. It could be because you have allies. And these bullies, they're not going to be able to bully you anymore. I don't know, guys. You know, honestly, thieving, I think that when it says thou shalt not steal, I think this is what that meant. You know, it's not about being so poor you're starving to death and stealing an apple and going to prison for the rest of your life. It's about stealing divine contracts. It's about getting involved with somebody just so that you can off them and then share their wealth with your preference. It's just thievery and underhandedness and lying. And why these people are permitted and allowed to continuously do this, I don't know. And I think it's because people aren't aware that it's happening. And they're just jumping in the sack with folks without even researching the connection at all. A slave to their passion. Yeah, these guys are stuck in their imagination. They think that they you know this has probably worked for them before. They're not people of high honor. They won't be able to steal your reunion. They've been acting reckless and taking risks against an honest person. You're a very honest person. So they hid the message of concern from you. They hid the fact that you have come into a fortune, that you're receiving a reward. Or maybe you don't know about it yet, but they know about it, and they're making sure that you're not finding out. They're hiding it from you. They're trying to block the message so that you won't know, so that they can sneak in before you find out and attach themselves to you and then get rid of you once it happens. But they've lost their opportunity. They're just full of pride. They're full of pride. They're full of pride, and they didn't doubt themselves at all. They had no doubt that they would be able to pull this off. It's pride. So they were seeking personal closure. Their ritual failed. They were not able to stop this marriage. They failed. You are a very courageous person, very passionate person, compassionate. You've got a subtle power about you and an inner strength. You have been severely tested by some strong and very dark energies who have been, trained and successful in their endeavors in the past. You've got eternal love coming in and an unexpected income that you don't know about. Unexpected income doesn't necessarily mean money, it could mean some sort of wealth, like maybe you inherit, or maybe you start a business and it grows and it becomes this massive thing. Like maybe you accidentally or purposefully come up with this thing that all of a sudden everybody needs. I mean, who knows? Or maybe this unexpected income and this sudden wealth is a beautiful, humongous, divine family. See, reward for persevering through all of these devilish challenges brought against you. And the reward could be hidden because these devilish energies are still present. But they know that it's coming. They know the reward is there, that it's coming. And they do this for a living. This is how they get their wealth, and they go for wealth. And they're not able to get this sweetheart of a deal now. They can't interrupt this marriage. They're trying to get out of poverty, and they can't interrupt this marriage. What they've been doing isn't working anymore. They are disconnected from their intuition. They don't have intuition. They have rule books and instruction sheets. They don't have intuition. They don't have intuition. They're just very much into this, and they've got rule books, instruction sheets, you know, specific things that they do, and it failed. You've set clear boundaries. You are in balance, and you are very harmonious within your own self. You are making forward movement. Your willpower is strong, and you're departing from all of this. This is all you're departing from this. You do have a sudden wealth here, and you're not daydreaming about it. You're like, hey, I'm just busy, man. I'm just doing my thing. I'm setting my boundaries. I'm being direct in my communications. I am very purposeful about my inner harmony. I'm sensible. You forgive people. You forgive this. It's like, why? Why would you want to carry that around? You know, to carry this around, to be angry about it, to carry about it. It's like, okay, we've been here, we've done this. I can hold on to this memory, and then I'm going to let it go. I mean, you can say something like that. You can say, I'm going to release this load. I'm just going to move away from it. Because there's a divine love here and a house. And this has got somebody stressed out. They are stressed out because you got your freedom. You got this Ace of Wands, this new opportunity, new beginnings. And they've got an ending. You faced everything with courage. You're not fighting with them. You're just like, whatever. And they're in a fantasy, an illusion. They're confused. Their work, the stuff that they did, it didn't work. Like, you got mercy, you got aid. They don't understand why it didn't take you out. You got mercy, you got aid. They were working with this energy. Why weren't they able to take you out? They're confused about that. What do you mean that didn't work? What do you mean somebody was able to give you aid? What do you mean somebody was able to come in and give you kindness and mess this all up for them? They were not in service to anybody but themselves. They were very selfish. And you're a being of peace. That is why you got help. That is why somebody stood for you. And you trusted the process. You probably didn't fight back. You probably didn't do anything other than maintain your own inner harmony. You trusted and you were guided by your intuition, something that these ones are separate from. All right, so we got somebody who's not the main male and a false person seeking a courtship with the divine feminine. You. They're stuck in their head. They're working really hard. This is the end of the cycle. They have been working really hard to attach themselves to your gains so that they could get a life of indulgence. Many flames, many flames. They could have done a lot of, it takes many tries to find the right one. They could have done a lot of, sex magic, conquest, just another notch in the headboard, yeah. They did a lot of sex magic, and whoever they were using the energy of, maybe it wasn't the right one. So they're challenged because they're reckless. They made bad choices. They took some risks. They're challenged by your honesty. They're challenged because they're not of high honor, and they can't break up your reunion. Oops. Your reunion, this could be like a past life partner. Like maybe there was something that separated you two and kept you separate, and now you're coming back together. You might resonate with that if your life has been, really unsuccessful in relationships, whether intimate or familial or even friendships. If you've been struggling your whole life with these friendships, it could be that this has happened to you before, and that they were enjoying living high on the hog on your energy, on your divine contract. But this is a new cycle, and you're doing it different this time. They're struggling right now. They feel like they're not being supported. They feel like it's not a team effort. They're looking for an exit plan. They want a way out. They know that if they don't attach themselves to this divine contract, they're going to be stuck in this old cycle. They won't be able to get into the 5D, the paradise or whatever. So they're full of pride. They didn't doubt themselves at all, but they lost their opportunity, missed their chance. They tried to hide a message of concern from you that you're very lucky, that you're coming into this fortune. You're going to be receiving a jackpot of some kind, and they wanted it. They had needs, man. They had needs. Okay, well. So the ritual didn't work. They weren't able to stop the marriage. They have incompletion, no closure. They do not get personal closure. They failed. They failed. This card is the long road card, and it came out in reverse. It says you have a long way to go before you find what you want, but the journey helps you grow. And this came out in reverse, so they don't have a long way to go. Maybe they didn't grow. Maybe the road, like maybe they took shortcuts. They didn't take the long road. Maybe they took shortcuts. Yeah. Yeah. They wanted love to elude you. They wanted you forever reaching for this love. They wanted you tangled in this web. So it's their profession. They're trying to get out of poverty. They need a sweetheart deal. They're in this devilish energy. They're disconnected from their intuition. They're behaving childish. You know, I mean, people who do this, and this is how they gain their status, you know, by being a great thief. I suppose that's pretty childish. So you're a Queen of Swords. You're in perfect balance. You have set clear boundaries. You have forgiven the people who have come against you. You're not going to hold on to that energy. You're not going to let that weigh you down. And you're moving forward. You're very determined. There is a sudden wealth here that you don't know about. And it's a reality. It's not a dream. And like I said, this sudden wealth could be many things. It could be, you know, a whole new family. It could be anything that makes your heart, you know, overflow. It's time to commit and put down roots. So, yeah, it could be that you've been adrift for a while. It could be that you haven't had really a relationship for quite some time. But it's time to put down roots. You've gained your freedom. You're coming into this partnership. You've got this house. This has people stressed out. Grieving. They're grieving because things didn't go the way they had planned. They weren't able to steal your your new cycle. Isn't this wonderful? You've got your new cycle. They weren't able to take it from you. So you're actually going to get your divine inheritance this time. You're probably just shed all that life of suffering and lack, all that pain and shame and sorrow. You know, no friends, no partners, no wealth, no abundance. They couldn't take it from you this time. And they're grieving. They're stressed out. Yeah. There was secrets. They kept secrets. They even hid stuff from each other. And then, you know, they expected to have success that way. I don't know. You always pick up the pieces when things fall apart. Now look for the complete package. Pieces. So you may have had experiences in the past where you were always picking up the pieces. Everything was always falling apart in your relationships, in your life, in everything, your jobs, you know, whatever. Every single facet of your life was probably always seemingly falling apart. If one thing wasn't falling apart, another thing was. And you spent all your life and all your time picking up these pieces. And these pieces were happening because of these guys being in service to self, you know, stealing your foundation, your stability, your security. Because they're tempted by what you have, and because they want to escape. They want to escape the cycle that they're going to be trapped in. because it's gonna be left in ruins. They're gonna have to live in this place of ruins because you're fierce. You're fierce. You're fierce. And not only did you persevered through these challenges, but you've got a kindness, a mercy being shown to you, and you're being offered peace. It's time to soften your heart so that you can feel again. These ones are crushed. They're crushed because you are moving on and you're going to have this beautiful life. I hope this helps. I'll see you on the next one, guys.